All right. Hello and welcome to the O de Gamma interview series designed to help you step up your game and really go and play big, because there is no other way to do it in business. If you are a female entrepreneur, you know that the only way for you to get the results that you want, make the money that you want, attract the client that you want, and make the impact that you want is to play a bigger game and be visible, so that the people that you are destined to help impact can see you. So today, my guest is Lillie May, founder of the Glambitious Network Empowerment. I'm going to go through her a bio very quickly, but I will let her introduce herself, of course. So Lillie May is a creator of Glambitious Empowerment Network. She dedicated herself in empowering and supporting entrepreneurs all around the country and the world, from London to Nigeria. And I'll ask you about Nigeria. She has connected women through books, masterclasses, and innovative events to provide them with resources that will elevate them professionally and personally. And her PR efforts have extended nationally for clients' placements such as BT Networks, Madame Noir, and The Morning Show. And you've also been featured in Black Enterprise, Uptown Magazine, and the front cover of B Magazine. You have accomplished so much. I can't go through it. Well, within the short period that we've got, but I would love you to please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Sure. So hello, everyone. I am Lillie May, based in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from North Carolina. And, really just my passion is inspiring entrepreneurs of all facets to go after their goals. That's kind of the short story of it. So, I enjoy connecting with women like yourself and women like the viewers, and just, providing them with the tools and resources they need to take things to the next level.
Awesome. Fantastic. So how did it all started? How did you start your entrepreneurial journey?
I guess, again, it's always a long story short for me, because all my stories are long, but I have to make it short. When I moved to Atlanta, I had a really amazing job straight out of college, and then I got laid off from that job. Mm-hmm. And then I had another job that I was laid off of. And so after being laid off a couple of times, I decided to be an entrepreneur so that I could be in control of my own professional fate. So that was the short story version of it.
I understand. I totally understand mm-hmm. that. So why Nigeria? Do you have any links with Nigeria?
Well, what happened was a young lady similar to yourself. She found me on the Glambitious Instagram page, and she's based in Nigeria, and she was having a virtual book summit and wanted me to be a part of it as a speaker. So I did travel there, but we did do a virtual book summit, and she was based in Nigeria, as well as most of the other panelists that participated.
Fantastic! I just love how this internet and social media platform allows you to go cross boundaries and reach out to people internationally.
Yes, I love it too.
Excited. Mm-hmm. So, this interview is aimed to really inspire women into taking action. So I would love you to share with us what were your biggest challenges and how did you overcome them?
Sure. So, starting my business, I would say funding was one of the biggest challenges, finding the budget to, put the business together and to cover a lot of those expenses. And I had to be creative about it, to be honest with you. So I had to find creative ways to generate funding outside of the typical business grant or business loan or any of those things. So the first business I started was a magazine. And so it was for independent artists, and generally speaking, people charge people to advertise, but I charged talent to be interviewed in my magazine. Right. And so I was creative about it, because it was a new magazine, advertisers wouldn't necessarily come aboard, but talent would, because they wanted the platform. So I think it's important for women to be creative when it comes to funding their business, because that's usually one of their biggest challenges. And on the Glambitious side, we actually have a masterclass, how to secure sponsorship dollars. Mm-hmm. And it teaches you how to get other businesses to fund your project or fund your book or provide money for, your biggest ideas. And that's why we created that as well, because I know that funding is one of the biggest challenges entrepreneurs have.
Yeah, that's very interesting because I think money and funding is one of the major reasons why people, and I think especially women, we really hold ourselves back. Like, I cannot go ahead, or I can't do this because I don't have the money. But
Mm-hmm.
uh, you're totally right in being creative. There are so many different ways you can come up with generating that money, and
Mm-hmm.
how it shouldn't be a hindrance, or you know um how can I say that? Yeah, it shouldn't be a hindrance that will stop you from going ahead. You just have to be creative, use your creativity, and I think be bold.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I talk a lot about mindset in my business because I'm a mindset coach. What do you think, what is the mindset that really helped you, go after your dreams and make things happen?
I think you have to have a mindset of tenacity,
Mm,
meaning that no matter what, you move forward. When challenges come, you figure them out and you move forward, and you don't stop no matter what. And that mindset is what helps me keep going, because naturally as an entrepreneur, you're going to have obstacles. It's just inevitable. But if your mindset is, okay, how do I get past this? Or, how do I move forward? Or how do I get around this? Then nothing can stop you. And so you can't have a doubtful mindset. You have to be positive, you have to be fearless, and you have to be confident in yourself, so that you can just know that whatever the journey is, this is my journey, and I'm not going to stop until I get to where I'm trying to get to.
Have you have you had on that journey a moment where you told yourself that you were going to stop, or you were very discouraged?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. There's a lot of those times. Absolutely. I think as a entrepreneur, anyone, male or female, you're going to have days where you feel like giving up, where you feel like stopping, where you feel like just throwing in the towel. But those are the days I try to focus on the things that I have accomplished. And
Mm-hmm.
when I do that, it allows me to get back in the spirit of achievement, instead of the spirit of, upset or disappointment with something related to the business. So I always tell people to focus on their wins when they
Mm-hmm.
feel like they're losing. And then it kind of gets you back into the mode of, I can do this, I can keep moving forward.
Definitely. And we tend to forget that. We tend to forget how much we've already accomplished when, when there's a setback, and
Mm-hmm.
we just get flooded and overwhelmed by the hurdle, instead of looking at everything we've accomplished that actually is proof that we are absolutely doing amazingly well, and that we have the potential, to make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when was, if you had one, that defining moment where you decided, right, like this is it. I'm gonna go all in, and I'm gonna make things happen, and I'm gonna do it in a big way.
Funny, for me, there's been a lot of little moments. So I can't think of one particular moment, but
Mm-hmm.
I can think of a ton of little moments that have made me say, yes, I'm gonna, keep going, or this is only going to get better. At one point in my career, I was a red carpet correspondent. And so I went to the MTV VMAs and covered the red carpet, and
Yeah.
Kanye West on there, J-Lo. And that was a defining moment, like, wow, anything is possible.
Yes.
Because I'm from a very small town where you see that on TV, you
Right.
don't think that you actually be in the mix of it. And
Yes.
so getting that was like, oh my gosh, anything is possible. Or, a year or two ago, BET Networks reached out to me about being on a reality show. And
Mm-hmm.
so we filmed the whole reality show, and it didn't work out, but the process of filming the reality show was another defining moment for me. Like, wow, anything is possible. Like,
Yeah.
there was a full cast, crew, makeup, wardrobe, and it's like anything is possible. So, there have been a couple of moments on the way or through this journey that reaffirm what I'm doing and make me feel like, wow, I'm definitely, going to keep moving forward. This is a defining moment as well, interviewing with you, because you're based in London, and London is on my big board.
Ah,
And so it's like, things are coming together for me to
yes.
get to London.
Yes. That's fantastic. And how much do you think, how much having that vision putting things, I absolutely know that it's not just enough to put things on a vision board, but how important it is to have that vision and stick to that vision.
It's very important. And you know, the vision board, the purpose of it is to remind you of your vision, because as you know, women, we have a lot going on, husbands, kids, personal things. And so you can easily get distracted. Social media is a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a vision board, it's really there to just remind you of what your goals are so that you can start putting things in motion. And really, you know, I'm a firm believer that the universe, or God is what I believe in. I feel like if you keep marinating on something in your mind, that the universe and God work to make it happen quicker. So looking at the vision board is a mental exercise so that you can put the vision back in the universe. Like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And then let the universe do its magic. Sometimes we try to take control too much and against us.
Yes.
But if you do what you can and then put the vision out there over and over, the universe is always going to work in your favor, in my opinion.
Oh my God, I totally agree. And I read something lately that said that when you say I can and I will, you literally, that's not what was said, but that's how I interpret it. You literally open the floodgates of heaven, and that, you know, infinite intelligent energy to work through you when you say I can and I will. It's like saying open sesame or abracadabra, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely, which is why it's so important to speak like that instead of using soft language. Soft language is I'll try.
Yeah.
That's soft. And I think it's important to, you know, not use soft language, use strong language like I can, I will, this is going. And we have to just program ourselves to speak that way. So I 100% agree with you.
Exactly. Do you have a daily mindset routine or spiritual routine?
To be honest with you, I guess the most routine that I could say that I do have is saying a prayer at night and then thanking God in the morning. And so throughout my day, because of my work with Glambitious, I end up doing different activities for my clients and the women that I coach, and the social media following, like meditation and things like that, listening to positive podcasts instead of listening to the ratchet radio. You know, so, you know, those are, you know, I listen to something positive every single day. There's a podcast called the Positive Head Podcast. I listen to it every single day. And it's just so positive. And, you know, I think it's important that not only do you pray and thank God for that, but you feed yourself something positive every day. So those are kind of my little rituals, I guess you could say.
Okay, awesome. I'm so with you on that. And I think you don't have to beat yourself up either, because we hear a lot about routine and how successful people do this and do that, but it's also important to find what works for you and what you can stick to, because if you try to pressure yourself into doing it, I think you're going to feel some kind of resistance. So just find what's working for you, and if you skip one day, it's fine.
Right. Exactly. I agree.
Okay, so my next question is, what are your 3 biggest tips you would give our viewers to really step into your purpose fully and really play big? Oh, I think you froze. Can you hear me? I think we froze. We lost Lillie, and I hope she's coming back. All right, I think I can pause the recording and then I'll get back to it when she comes back. Okay, guys, so sorry about that. We're back on. Fortunately, we don't have Lillie on video, but she's with us on audio. So my previous question was, what are your 3 biggest tips you would give to female entrepreneur out there to really step into their purpose fully, play big, and leave fear behind?
Okay, so first I would say to define what your passion is,
Mm-hmm.
so that you don't get off track or distracted, because often with social media, you'll start with one business and it'll look like someone else is being successful
Yes.
at something else, and then you'll hop over there.
Yes.
But if you really write down and define what your true passions are, what are your strengths, what do you really enjoy doing, then you can stay on track with your own vision and be authentic to yourself and not find yourself jumping all over the place. So definitely, define the vision and the passion first and foremost. Next, I would say feel the fear and do it anyway, because fear is inevitable. As an entrepreneur, you're going to feel hesitant some days, doubtful some days, and you have to feel the fear and do it anyway. Don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid if someone's not able to work with you on a project. It's okay. Someone else will work with you. So I think it's very important to be, as, focused, so that you can just feel the fear and do it anyway. And thirdly, oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear the audio in the background here?
Yes.
What the Sorry for the audio in the background. It was unexpected. It's usually a quiet room. But thirdly, I would say to be comfortable with investing in yourself.
Yeah.
You have to spend some money on learning what you need to learn, investing in educational tools, master classes, books, so that you're the best at what you do, so that you know the industry, you understand the industry, and that you can thrive in it. On our website, glamboss.org, we have a ton of those resources. And again, that's glamboss.org. And you can invest in putting your own self on a magazine cover or a masterclass, a book. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself and not wait for opportunities, but create them. So I think that was like 4 things.
Yes. And I totally agree with investing in yourself. It's so important. It's also important. And I think that's one of the ways that will really allow you to go up the ladder or become more visible or get more rich and generate more income. There is no other way.
Absolutely.
There is no other way. You can't Google your way, out of success. You can read a lot, but you really need someone there who's been there, who are in the industry and who can hold your hand, and help you get to where you want to go faster.
Right. Absolutely.
Right, Lillie, thank you so much. Despite all the technological troubles that we've had.
I know, right? It's like unbelievable. It's like the Twilight Zone. Maybe it was a full moon. I don't know if it was a full moon last night or what. But, this is an example of how you have to overcome obstacles and still stay positive no matter what. Because we've had some obstacles today. But, I think we were able to convey the message, and I'm so grateful to you for the opportunity. Hopefully I'll be able to do this again with you on a date where everything is working in our favor.
Definitely. We will. Definitely.
So thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned because we have many, many more coming. Once again, I'm Genevieve Mwana from genevieveMwana.com, your personal brand stylist and mindset coach. See you very, very soon. Bye, Lillie.
Bye.